last time talking about Tim Scott with respect to his comments about America is not a racist country. But you know who handled him very well? You know who handled the topic as it should have been? Tiffany Cross at the Cross Connection. Check it out. Let's take it on the other side.
This week, the sole black Republican in the Senate sounded a stone fool when he said this.
Hear me clearly. America is not a racist country.
Okay, let's be clear. Tim Scott does not represent any constituency other than the small number of sleepy, slow-witted sufferers of Stockholm Syndrome who get elevated to prominence for repeating a false narrative about this country that makes conservative white people feel comfortable. Because when you speak an uncomfortable truth, like Nicole Hannah-Jones, the party that Scott claims is not racist gets big mad and tries to silence you. Just this week, Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell asked Education Secretary Miguel Cardona to scrap teaching the 1619 Project in schools because it would reorient the view of American history. Lucky for McConnell, he has his own tap dancer to try and reorient the view of America for him. There were so many contradictions in the senator's speech that it was clear not even Scott believed the words he was speaking. I could go into great detail refuting each of his asinine points, but he did that for me. And moreover, a lesson I've learned, don't argue with people Harriet Tubman would have left behind. And sure, Tim Scott has spoken out about his encounters with law enforcement, and he co-sponsored the anti-lynching bill in the Senate, but there are two sides to every token. So thirsty for white approval, this dude actually stood on the national stage to defend the voter suppression law in Georgia, even though, as of last month, 361 bills were being introduced in 47 states to keep people who look like him out of the ballot box. The ability to shame the ancestors and appease the oppressors all in one speech, that's extreme. Though not quite like the domestic violent extremism that the Department of Homeland Security is investigating within its own ranks, mind you. But please, Senator, say more about how unracist the country is while you trot out that tired line about going from cotton to Congress to clown. Perhaps this was merely Senator Scott's audition to be Sam Jackson's understudy in the film Django, because as a descendant of the enslaved and damn near a daily survivor of institutional racism, I can assure you the question, is America a racist country, is one that has been asked and answered many times over. Yet we still love America, not for what it was, but for what it could be. On this one, you're not only on the wrong side of the aisle, Senator Scott, but you're embarrassingly on the wrong side of history as well.
Who could have said it any better? The truth of the matter is that Tim Scott knows better. You know, right after Tim Scott's speech, I wrote the following. You remember what was trending? What was trending is Uncle Tim, Uncle Tim. And, you know, some people in the progressive intelligentsia, they kind of got upset of all the folks that were using the moniker. I really didn't care. But what I wrote was the following. Interesting. Tim Scott is more dangerous with his misinformation than real Candace Owen because he comes across as serious. He is not the Uncle Tom many call him. He is willing to be used by the GOP and the plutocracy to maintain the status quo. Tim Scott is now a proven official Trump sycophant. The GOP used you, Tim, and for you to claim that America is not a racist country destroys your credibility. You gave evil people cover. I am embarrassed for you, including your take on the Georgia bill that stopped many people who are of your persuasion from having easy access to the ballot. The question you have to ask yourself is, at what cost are you doing what you're doing, holding the water for the GOP? At what cost to POCs? At what cost? Because you will bear the brunt for it. Nobody is saying that everybody in America is racist. But ingrained within America is racism, from redlining to its utter creation. And until you realize that We are making a better America, but you cannot make a better America if you do not understand the truth of what America was, what America is. If we understand those, we can make America what America could be, the America that all of us have always dreamed it would be. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead, number one, subscribe to our channel, and number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.